Good evening, I'm Alistair Cook. Tonight's drama is played out in this one single episode from a story by Elizabeth Taylor. No relation. Elizabeth Taylor was one of that generation, or rather two generations, of remarkable English women novelists, from Molly Keane and Margaret Drabble, Fay Weldon, Barbara Pym, whose talents did not flow from any liberation movement because they had liberated themselves into a run of creative work before we'd ever heard of the feminine mystique. You may recall a fine story of Elizabeth Taylor's that we dramatized a season or two ago in our series All for Love. It was called A Dedicated Man, about a head waiter and a waitress at a seaside hotel who married in name only in order to respond to an advertisement for a married couple. That was a rather late work written in 1965. This is an early one, written when Elizabeth Taylor was in her late 30s. She has saved us from the fuss of having to find deep and tricky symbolism in her work by saying quite simply, a theme that runs through many of my novels and short stories is that of loneliness, the different ways in which individuals are isolated from others. This is about the rather desperate way that one woman tried to escape from her loneliness. It's called A Wreath of Roses.
Dancing, not by any means. In one of Fanny Burney's books, I find these words: dancing? Oh, dreadful. How it is ever adopted in a civilized country, I cannot find out. It is certainly a barbarian exercise and of savage origin. Well, perhaps you're right, Miss Burney. If so, I can only say that Hampton! Up, station! But if it is also going to be a successful concert piece, it's essential that it has both. Such a waltz, played both in the ballroom and the promenade concert, is Seesaw by A.G. Crow.
now, sir. Move on. That's it. No more to see. Come along now, madam. Move along now. No more to see. All over. Come along now. Come along, sir. Move on.
He died. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
I was there when it happened. So quiet.
I suppose it would be.
Do you mind? What is it? Upsetting.
A bit more than that.
Oh, sure. Definitely.
All those people who came from nowhere and stood around watching.
Watch out. I wonder why he did it. You can't help wondering.
He made such a mess of dying, I shouldn't think he was much good at living either.
Interesting. So he was well out of it, is what you're saying, is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Where is this?
Broad Oak. You going far?
Abingford.
Oh, me too. On holiday? Me? I'm on a sort of sentimental journey. I grew up there. And I'm coming back. To write a book.
A book?
About the war. My experiences.
Oh, I see. So, what experiences did you have?
I held the rank of squadron leader.
An airman?
Special operations. Dropped by moonlight into France. Sat between Gestapo men on trains with my transmitter on the rack above. Passwords. Swallowing bits of paper. His footsteps going up and down while I hid in the cellar.
You must have a lot of nerve.
Not anymore. It was a good job for me the war ended when it did. Last time I was briefed, I felt a sort of staleness come over me, a kind of tired horror.
Tired horror.
So you see, it'll be a heck of a book. Just like the ones I used to read when I was a boy.
In Abingford?
Yeah.
Well, you're nearly home.
So I am. Well, perhaps we'll be running into each other while you're here.
Perhaps. Are you staying in town?
Sure, I'll probably put up at the Red Lion. Isn't there a pub called the Red Lion?
There are 2 hotels in town. One's called the Bear, the other's the Griffin.
Right, Griffin. That's what I meant. I'll be at the Griffin.
Well, I hope you enjoy your sentimental journey.
How about you? Will you be staying at the Griffin?
Women don't stay at such places on holiday.
Where do women stay?
They go to friends as guests. It's cheaper.
Right. Cheers. See you.
I'll kick its teeth in a minute, I swear. Is it yours? Of course not, it's hers. She made me bring it. Hotchkiss can go with you to meet the train. Hotchkiss, chauffeur! Stop it! Oh, Cam, I'm in such trouble. Arthur's here. Arthur? He came down this morning. He wants me to go back with him. Cam, we've had the most awful row. He wants me to do something dreadful. He wants me to present the prizes at the church social and make a speech. Me. You think it's funny? Look, we can talk about it on the bus. We can't go on the bus, not with this brute.
Well, I'm not going to carry this all that way.
Well,
I could leave it at the ticket office. Take a few things out for tonight, then come down for it tomorrow.
tell him I couldn't make a speech, not possibly. He says I'm making a fuss about nothing. He says he's only asking me to take my place beside him as his wife. I say it's against my nature what he's asking, and my nature hasn't changed just because I'm his wife.
Trying to get one of those women of his to meet? The ladies of the parish?
We asked Lady Davidson, but she has another engagement, the old cow. And anyway, he says I ought to be doing something, especially after the mess I made of the parish magazine.
Go and do it then.
What?
Make a speech for the fun.
Fun? Oh, Cam, you're not on my side.
I'm on your side. If you say black's white, I'm on your side. What does Francis say about it?
Francis. So fed up with her. This dog. I have to keep Harry quiet all the time. She hates to hear him cry. And he's teething. I don't know, Cam. She's not happy. Her painting's gone all wrong. She's trying something new, and it's all a mess. Oh, stop it. So she goes and bangs away at the piano. She's an absolute bitch to that piano. Come on.
I was hoping this summer would be the same as all the others.
I don't see how it can be.
Hello!
I knew we'd be running into each other.
Hello again. Well,
Hang on, I'll come with you. Need to buy some fags. Fine-looking dog.
Hello, boy.
Is he yours?
no. This is a friend of mine, Mrs.
Mrs. Nicholson, how do you do?
Pleased to meet you. Richard Elton.
Camilla Hill.
Camilla. Lovely name.
We, Mr. Elton and I met on the train. Are you settled in comfortably?
Oh, yeah. They've given me a funny little room upstairs, but the bar downstairs is just fine, and that's the important thing, right? Good old Griffin. Hasn't changed a bit.
You used to drink there as a child.
That's good. That's very good. I like a woman with a sense of humor.
Well, this is what you want, I think.
Huh? Oh, the old coffin nails.
Goodbye, then.
You'll be back, won't you? We could have a drink.
Oh, I don't know.
I wish you would.
Cam, I can't can't hold him much longer.
I'll be looking out for you.
I told you I met him on the train.
Are you in the habit of picking up men on trains?
Didn't you like him?
Like him?
I thought he had a certain...
He was awful. Like an American movie star. Sort of tough stupidity. Who on earth is he?
He's a squadron leader.
Rubbish. What's he doing here?
Writing a book.
Double rubbish. I like a woman with a sense of humor. You're in a hard mood today.
Something on the way here. A man threw himself in front of a train. Mr. Elton and I both saw it happen. That's how we met.
Oh, Cam.
It was a bit upsetting.
More than that, surely.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it must have been. Hello, dear.
Oh,
How are you?
I can see by the way you look at me. You know how I am. Well, here you are. Where's that other silly girl?
Oh, perhaps she's with her husband.
Hmm. And what are you going to do with yourself now you are here?
Oh, go to the fair, go for walks.
Oh, you won't get far with a baby that has to be fed every 4 hours. Even if I was willing to stay behind with him, which I am not. I am determined, you see, to be left in peace.
Why should you be? Nobody else is.
Because I deserve it. I wasted so many years teaching instead of painting. I deserve to be left in peace. Teaching silly little girls like Liz. Wasting my time.
As I am wasting mine.
How was your year?
Oh, remarkably like all the others. The games mistress has become engaged. She walks around in a sort of golden glow. The rest of us sit, drink our tea and watch her. 2 things before Liz comes in. 1, don't bully her about the baby. If it cries, it cries. We'll just have to put up with it. She must have a holiday from that man.
She married him.
Also, this awful dog of yours. We don't want to have to take it everywhere.
You want to be my guest and do nothing for me.
Rather pay for our keep. I have to take that brute for walks.
Should you?
Ah, it's...
Camilla, please don't get up.
I don't know if you've met my son and heir.
No. He's very nice.
Bears the name of England's last true monarch. Harold, you know, of Hastings fame.
I think I've heard of him.
I wonder where... Ah,
I get the postman.
Oh, thanks. Your husband tells me you're going home with him for a day or 2.
Elizabeth hasn't said yes yet. We're still discussing it.
Of course she will go.
Did he tell you why I'm to go?
To make a speech. The wonder is that married to a vicar, she is not had to make one before.
It's Arthur she married, not the vicar.
Liz will do her duty.
Duty? What is my duty? Don't I have a duty to myself?
Oh, no, my dear. That is loose thinking. It's quite simple. Duty is nearly always what you don't want to do. Haven't you done anything yet to help Arthur in all this time?
There has been Harry. And before he was born, she was so very unwell. Darling, If you don't want to go with me, then of course you shan't.
I'll go. There never was a choice anyway.
There is a choice. If it's against your will...
I'll go. Doesn't matter. I'll go. I must change him.
Such a fuss about nothing. What's wrong? Have you got toothache? You look miserable.
It's not toothache. I'm sad about Liz. Arthur is so callous, so self-important.
Yet you would change places with her? At any time?
It wouldn't be so bad for me. I'm less vulnerable than Liz.
You were the one I worry for, not Liz.
Why?
Because you're so heavily armored. I fear if you ever get thrown, you'll never rise to your feet again.
I shan't get thrown. If I am, you will help me up again.
I came up to ask you something. Is it possible to book a room in town for someone?
I could ask for you. I'm going in tomorrow for my suitcase. Who's it for? I shall have to know if I'm to book a room for her. Or him.
Oh, it's for a Mr. Beddoes.
Beddoes?
Mr. Morland Beddoes.
And who is Mr. Beddoes? Is it a mystery?
Silly girl. Mr. Beddoes is a film director.
I see. When's he coming?
Sunday. You could tell them for a week to begin with. You might try the bear.
Or the griffin?
The bear is reckoned to be better, I believe. You can take Hotchkiss.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shall have my suitcase. I'll have to go on the bus. Good night, dear.
Splendid view. And a telephone.
Yes. Yes, this will do very well. I'll take it. I wonder, could I get a sherry?
Thank you, miss.
Thank you very much.
Wow! What a bit of luck.
I'm waiting for the bus, you see.
You've time for a drink with me?
Well, I was just going...
George? Whiskey for the senorita. 2 whiskeys, doubles. Had any lunch? You should have bought that dog.
Why?
We could have taken him for a walk. We could have had a picnic. I like picnics. Cheers. How about tomorrow, then? For our picnic.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Sure.
I'm dreadfully sorry. It's simply not possible.
Oh, it's too bad.
No. No, don't. Please. Please. Don't, please.
Now, forget about it. I'll think about it. Not you.
I just don't like to be...
Sure. Sure. I had a dream about you last night.
About me?
Dreamt you were picking apples off a tree and handing them down to me. Felt peaceful. Then I woke up. I don't sleep so good these days.
I know. I mean, you don't seem rested. Is it because of the war?
Fact is, I'm in a bit of trouble at the moment.
Why did you frighten that cat?
What?
Yesterday at the Griffin.
Wanted to see it jump. Can't stand cats. I'm a dog man, you see. Had a little fox terrier of my own once. Kid's never lonely when he's got a dog.
Were you lonely?
My father, he could never get me to cry when he hit me, so he used to hit my dog instead. I got on my nerves.
Well, where was your mother?
Dead. She was dead.
What trouble are you in? Why have you come here?
I told you. I'm writing a book.
Will it be a good book?
Don't know. Can't tell till I know how it ends. Remember that man? The man who jumped.
course. What are you saying?
Nothing. I was just thinking we wouldn't have met if he hadn't have done it. So it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. As they say. I wouldn't ever hurt you. I wouldn't ever do that. I'll leave it.
I gave the prizes and I made my speech. And oh, Cam, it was fine. They were so nice to me and they clapped and Arthur was so proud of me, I could tell.
You've done your duty. They all love you and you feel like a good girl.
Yes. Yes, that is how it is. I've been hearing all about this Mr. Beddoes.
Oh, no. A film director.
He's a great admirer of Frances's work. He wants to make a film about her.
Good God.
Did you know? They've been writing to each other for years, but never met.
Frances was certain you'd recognize the dog from her letters. I wasn't so sure.
Oh, yes, Hotchkiss, isn't it?
It is. I must tell you, he's easily the most detestable creature in the whole wide world. It's a very glamorous thing to be, a film director.
Is it?
Oh, yes. Surely that attracted you to the work.
I became a director because... well, I can't think of much else I could do very well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I was a cameraman first. Then I got an opportunity and... I like to watch people. Their character, see how it changes, what it makes them do. Perhaps because I don't think I've much character myself. And you?
I?
Yes, do you work?
At a girls' school in Putney.
A teacher?
I'm the school secretary. It's so dull, it's simply not worth talking about.
Cheers. How do you know Frances?
She was Liz's governess, and I knew Liz at school.
Liz?
Yes. Oh, I hear you have a painting of her.
I have a painting of a young girl sitting on a sofa. It's my dearest possession.
You'll meet Liz at the cottage. She's staying there with her baby. What's wrong?
That painting has remained unchanged for me. Always fresh, perfect. That young girl. Baby.
Called Harry. Come, Frances will be waiting for us.